A shout out to Ge.Holla and
Hey, GeHolla, G.Holla.
Ge.Holla, shout me to God here, man.
All y'all said entertainer, shout out my guy Ge.Holla of MycelebrityLife.
Stage and be T-Boz.
Well, I can't even say I won't do that anymore, because I did the last 2 shows of this tour, because I was sick as all get out. Somebody gave me cooties now. I hugged somebody, and they got me. They got me. No, but it was crazy, because half of me, I don't like to tell people when I'm sick. You know how people be in the hospital and they be posted up on Instagram or whatnot. I try to keep myself like, I thought that was personal, you know. So I don't understand that. So that is not me, okay? If I'm sick, I just feel like that's my business. That's between me and my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, the celeb stuff kind of goes out the door at that moment, because I'm just Tion and I want to survive and be somebody's daughter and I need my mom. And, you know, it's a crucial moment. So, and you show them, I don't see how they feel like taking pictures. I be looking like, who did it and why? You don't be wanting to comb your hair. You be like, God, I gotta take a bath. Like, you know. So,
but you always stylish. You'll have some cute flip-flops on.
I'm here in the hospital now, and I be talking, child, I go to get a brain tumor, and I tell them the newer surgeon, like, watch how you cut my, you know. Right. And I'm like, watch how you cut my hair, because, you know, I gotta wear my bobs and stuff. Who thinks like that, though? That's crazy. I know, but no, on a serious note, I think I was like feeling guilty at the time, like, oh, T-Boz is always messing up the tour. She always gets sick. And, you know, and then I got 2 other group members, you know, I'm messing up their money. But then I also didn't realize, like, you know, when you're climbing up, you're not as big at the time, so you can't just be like, I'm canceling. I mean, you be broke quick, you know. So then I was like, I went through so many different emotions, and it never occurred to me that like, if you die, this ain't gonna be here anyway. So why do this to yourself? You know what I'm saying? So I would never, ever, ever, ever do that again. That's why I canceled the European tour. People got me mad. I was like, oh no, wait a minute. So F me, the kids, and getting sick. You know what I'm saying? But they made it sound like I was decrepit. I was like, this happened. Let me explain this, because this was irritating me. First of all, second of all, and third of all, okay? I did have an injury before the American tour, and I couldn't walk then. I got myself together through a spine specialist, physical therapy, all that, and this holistic stuff I be doing, like, you know, whatever. And then I went on this American tour, the 90s tour that we just stopped 2 weeks ago.
Which was fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, and I lied to y'all. I don't see why y'all ain't tired. You be all around the world with me. All right. You too. I love y'all though. But thank you. But what was I talking about? Right. So I was just like, okay, I woke up and I was like, my back, my neck, you know. And I was like, oh, I needed some muscle relaxers. So, you know, I called Dr. Brownstein, because he's my hematologist, but I called him, my pinky toe hurt. I called him for everything. I'd be like, Dr. Brownstein, you know, I need some. He's like, oh, you know, you need to go here. And I'm like, oh, he's being overzealous. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I just need some muscle relaxers, and I'll be back. Trying to get there, do an x-ray. They talking about, well, you have permanent damage to your 5th and 6th vertebrae. And I'm looking at her like I want to cut her. Like, what you say? You know, like, I don't have time to be sick no more. So, I guess it's the sickle cell, you know, didn't get the oxygen back to part of my neck, and all the dancing and all that T-Boz neck rolling got to me, or whatever. So, I go to the spine specialist, and he's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, in order for it to not be permanent, I have to do a lot of work, so that's why I canceled the tour. But then they put it out, how many months later? And then the European fans, you don't care about us. Like, I'm like, oh my God. It's not.
There's always a story behind the story.
Yeah, I always want to clear that up, because when I told what happened, it wasn't for y'all to know. I only told because I thought the people who pay us and the promoters had to know. I didn't think they was going to do a whole damn press release. I was like, well, Jesus, just put everybody all up in my repertoire, you know, so that's the story, and I just thought y'all should know that. Okay.
So, we don't have to tell your age if you don't want to. I don't mind.
I'm proud of 47 up in this piece. Because, see, you know, I say my age because the doctor said I wouldn't be here, so.
And that's what I was gonna talk about.
Yeah, so I'll say it loud, say it proud.
And I ain't gonna get all emotional or nothing, because you are one of my best friends. She's one of my best friends, seriously, I love her dearly. Talk to us though about, when you found out that you had sickle cell growing up, right, as a child, and what it has been like, because there are those doctors or people that said, you won't be here after what, 30, 35, and you're here, and you're thriving, and you're doing well. But what was that kind of like growing up as a child with sickle cell?
I thought it was foul because at 7, I don't think no child should hear that you're not going to live past a certain age. Usually they would take the parent aside. Like I would like be livid if somebody said that in front of Chase and Chance. So I can't imagine as my mother how she felt at the time. So he's like, oh, she's never going to have kids. She's going to be disabled in her life and she's not going to make it live.
He said that?
In front of me. And I'm looking at my mom like, I'm supposed to be on TV and blow up and be all of that, right? That's how I'm looking at her like. And so she was just like, girl, we're talking in the car. God has the last say so.
That's right.
In your life. So when she said it with such passion and vengeance. I was like, yes. So I never believed that was my life or it was true. So that's a blessing though, because if I didn't have that foundation or a strong mother like the one I have, that could have ruined my life.
Shout out to Miss Game.
And my cousin, he didn't make it. My favorite cousin, passed away from sickle cell, and
But you're here, and we love you. So good stuff. So we're going to shift the narrative a little bit. Let's talk about TLC.
I've been emotional a lot because my other cousin died too, so I don't know. Just give me a second for a second. My cousin Eddie, who got shot by the cops.
Can we have a moment of silence for Eddie, please?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Life, that's real. There's a lot going on.
And I'm not like even a crier, but like still be crazy, man. And it's a blessing that.
But you're real. And
my book
that's
came
why we
out.
love you.
Thank you at this time because I was able to reach the press since they don't want to admit what they did to my cousin. But if y'all have anybody who's mentally ill, like, man, that junk is no joke because they don't help us as a family. They keep them for 3 days, they kick them out, And she just got him in court where instead of locking him up, he would have went to the psychiatric ward where he belonged.
Those are injunctions. For anyone that does know anyone suffering with mental illness and they don't admit themselves, you can't get a court injunction. I have an organization called Silence to Shame. Does anyone have any plans? We have an organization called Silence to Shame, and thank you for being a part of that movement. We're just trying to really help people and get the awareness out there and educate people on how serious it is. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I got the Georgia. My sinus is going crazy. Oh, the humidity. Jesus, I forgot. No, I'm better now that I got kids, though. But
she's funny.
Yeah, but stuff is crazy out here. But anyway, like I was saying, my cousin Donnie didn't make it, and he would think sick. So where I was going with that is that how you live your life and think, it means so much, and words are so powerful. If you think sick, you will be sick. Or if you think negative, most likely your outcome is going to be negative. Like the doctor said, he would die at 43, and he did. And
you can't give in to the disease.
Yeah, and he gave into it. And so you got to be careful, like, the decisions, like you choose to, listen to other people, because I think, hey, thank you. Love you. Doctors are not God, and I think some of them have a God complex. And just because and this is the part that makes me mad, because I'm sure somebody in here has dealt with somebody with cancer, right? Yeah, everybody. And lupus, AIDS, I don't care what the disease is, we all can agree on one accord, because being sick with something foreign in your body, you need help. And if you don't understand something, you need these people to help you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a fine line, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, you know, knowing what to believe from them, because when you just don't know something and you go to these people for help and they misguide you. So that's why I always tell people, be your own advocate. Stand up for your people if they can't speak for themselves, and stand up for yourself. If you don't understand and they can't make you understand, then go to somebody else, because that means they don't know.
And have a community of people around you that supports you. Because I mean, I think we can all attest to getting older, and you obviously being a world superstar, of having people around you as opposed to people that really truly love you and that, you know, you trust. I mean, you still have your same crew, Nicole, Tay, and Bill.
Absolutely.
They've been with you for years. So you have to have that community of people that you can love and trust around.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't like the truth, but it's good, y'all, because if somebody really cares for you and loves you, like, it's gonna make you a better person. It's gonna make you better at your craft or whatever you want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Because if I had a whole bunch of butt kissers, I couldn't be where I'm at. Like, my mom had no problem telling me when I was messing up, come here. I used to be so mad at her. Like, what do you mean? You look stupid. I was like, and I remember exactly where we was. We was on stage on the first set of Get It Up video.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't really have a routine together just before we shot a second time. So she said, was she my pimp? Like, you know what I'm saying? You my mama, I'm a pimp. You know, so she came and come here. And I'm like, okay, you look stupid. And I was like, I don't know how to quite take this. Like, but I went up there and killed it because she ain't gonna be calling me stupid.
That's right. That motivated you, right?
I look like, you know, you think like I'm an all-in teacher, what y'all doing? Like, so I was like, well, dang. So my house is rough, okay? So that's why when I see stuff on Twitter about me, I laugh, I'll be like, my family business said that. Y'all ain't, they didn't say that.
All right, so let's take it back to the early days.
Mm-hmm.
When you first even joined TLC, like what was that process like? Because you used to do hair, right?
I did hair and nails.
Yeah, tell us about that. How did you even become a member of TLC? What were the early days like for you?
That's funny. I was working at the hair salon, and Marie, who's still,
College Park?
Yeah,
Okay.
East Point,
East Point, okay.
Escape. It spelled just like the group's name. And so I started off modeling hair competition, and I would win and stuff, you know. So I would get some money, and so I was 14, and I was walking in Kroger, and Marie came up to me, and she was like, I love your face, and I was like, oh, thank you. Like, I didn't know she was a child molester, a Chester. Like, okay, because the way she was staring at me, I love your face. I was like, that's kind of creepy.
You know Marie is real.
I know, but I'm still, she's creepy. I don't know.
Right.
I'm 14, I'm like, I ain't got no boobs, man, what she like? You know, I talk junk, okay, just know that. So anyway, so she was like, I love your face, would you model? And I was like, I would love to. I gotta ask my mom, so I asked my mom, she said yeah. And from there, I started working at the hair salon as an apprentice. But the owner didn't like me because I guess she wanted all the fly girls in there and the young hot girls who were popular to work for her, and I told her no. And I was loyal to Marie. This hoe called police on me. And said I was the reason that she had a whole clientele of strippers and drug dealers. And I was like, what? So my mama, that's what she was, Miss Gail, and them legs was working. Miss Gail came up in there and said, where Carol at? My mom was about to beat him.
I can see from
And Tay mom, you would have stopped the girl. If it wasn't for you to make Carol would have been smushed.
So did Marie introduce you to Pebbles, or how did that happen?
So Marie was like, TT, you a star. And I was like, girl, I be telling them, you know what I'm saying? You can see it. So she was like, yeah. I was like, see, they ain't believe me. She was like, you are. I was like, girl, I'll be trying to tell them. So she told, I said, well, tell Pebbles she need to holler at me. And she did. That night, I was like, oh my God, this is like the Mercedes lady. Like,
was your name T-Boz at the time?
No, just straight Tion. And then the second night, she took me at least out to eat with Crystal. And the third night, she said she wanted us to be a group. But as soon as she said, you know, this is gonna be a group, it was like a movie. And Lisa was like, yeah, I can't wait to tell my dad. She knocked on the window. I mean, literally, like, this is all in like 5 minutes. And she was like, your dad was just murdered. I was like, yo. So that's why Lisa always had issues with not being able to, you know, let her dad know she fulfilled her dream and his dream, because he was a musician, and that's where she learned a lot of her musical skills was from her father.
Yeah, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about once you guys formed the group and you had your first album, Who on the TLC tip. What was that like to hit the stage and to be performing it? Because you used to dance your butt off back in the day. That's where I learned some of my moves from. and you also gave everybody else direction. So you were like it's funny, like LA used to call you and talk to you about all the other artists. So you were the artist development person for the face, as well as kind of like a lot of the brainchild behind TLC.
Yeah, oh my God. I think it started with Divine when he told me, because me and Divine, if y'all don't know who he is, you should look him up. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite dancers ever. After Michael Jackson, that says a lot. Because he and his group are the ones, you know how we be yeeking? They created that, transforming and yeeking like locally. So that he was a superstar in his own right, because you create a whole generation and genre of a dance that we all have molded to be our Southern style. So that says a lot. So if y'all love that ATL yeeking, thank him. He was in a group called FDC. So he looked at me, he said, do you know what a true choreographer is? And I said, no. He says, not a person who learns a dance and teaches it to others. It's a person who creates a dance and makes the world follow. I was like, okay, so that's how I made up Creep and the What About Your Friends and Waterfalls.
That's dope.
So it's crazy.
So let's talk about I'm Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
What was kind of your inspiration? That was such a powerful song, and did that come from a personal place or personal story?
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Think
share
that boy Jodeci child.
Who was that?
Dalvin.
Okay.
We still cool, but I'm just saying.
Mr. Dalvin.
Yes, Mr. Dalvin. Child, we was probably like the young Chris Brown and Rihanna.
God, I was thinking of
Back then. We was fighting all the time. It was crazy. They just didn't have them camera phones. That's what saved me, okay?
I'm glad we didn't have social media back then.
Thank you, Jesus, because I would have been. I got so many lawsuits from fighting people, y'all don't know. And nobody knew, and I was like, Jesus, thank you, because Chase helped me out, because the sister needed help and some love and Jesus in her life, because I was on one.
You have grown a lot.
I have. See, everybody in here knows that. Yeah, because we was talking about that backstage, how, I don't know, okay, this story I didn't put in the book. I'm telling.
Oh, so we
So
got
we was at this
a little
club, right?
extra juice tonight.
We was at the club, and I don't drink, so I'm always a designated driver. And I am not promoting violence, I'm just telling you some of the wrong things I have done. So, we walk in the club, could never be there 10, 15 minutes, and Tay and Nicole back there used to fight with me, and I'm calling y'all out because y'all was the culprits too. But this night was my night.
It was your birthday.
But it was.
It was your birthday party in Miami.
And it's always when I go, I ain't worried about them. Y'all don't be fighting. Just don't pick somebody when I say the positive stuff. So the girl sees some football playing, this heifer just gonna knock me out the way. Now she did. So I was like, Miss Peaches, no, I was hot. So I was like, if you don't move, it's something about cross this line or don't do something, but she came and I did like this. At the same time, Tay said, and she said,
So
but both at the same time.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a shame that y'all knew. Yeah, they've been through, a lot of my stuff, but that was actually the last time. I was going to say that I fought in public, but that would not be accurate. But almost the last time I fought.
So the moral to the story
As T-Boz. But I have grown, y'all.
She has. And
I'll be doing all of that. No more.
So, can we get back to Unpretty?
Yes. They say I got ADHD. I already know, and I think I can concentrate. I just think people bore me sometimes, and that's when I lose focus.
So, what kind of inspired you to write Unpretty?
Well, I know he was cheating. He still was talking about he wasn't cheating. He was cheating.
So, did he make you feel unpretty? Is that
Yes.
what it was? Yeah.
Because I had just got in the hospital and they had all these bruises from all these IV things, and I looked like somebody crackhead child, right? So I was like, ooh, you know, feeling like that. You know, you want to cry, the ugly cry, whatever. And then I happened to watch Ricky Lake as well, and it was a segment about how women were being, you know, disrespected by their men. And they have them looking down like, don't look up, you fat bee, you this, you that. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna create a word and write a poem, and it's gonna be called Unpretty, because society has a way of making us all feel like we're not good enough to fit in. And that is so real today.
Y'all can slash that.
But whether you're a guy or a girl getting teased in school, we didn't have enough money, because I used to be broke. But my mom kept me dressed, and they didn't know we was hungry at home, eating watermelon and popcorn for dinner, boy. But my brother didn't have to go through all of that, because my mom was balling by the time she had him. And I was like, this ain't right, he need to be hungry too. No, no. But my mom taught me how to hustle though, boy, so I love them street skills, because ain't nothing better than that, because I knows how to get it in, and I don't care what I do now. But if my water got cut off tomorrow, I still remember. You know? So at the end of the day, those hard times.
Understanding how to endure when you have bliss.
Yeah, but them hard times help me, you know? So anyway, long story short, back to Unpretty. I know I'll be going off to the side. It's okay. Come on back with me. I just feel like, you know, we've all been through some stuff and we can all relate to that song. I just didn't realize the impact it would really have and how big the song would really
And
be.
honestly, I think even in 2017, right, that song could be released today and like a re-release of it and still be so impactful. So kudos to you for just
Thank you.
being such an inspiration.
I think I'm gonna start being like Taylor Swift. Just write about all my personal stuff. Because it seems like all her songs make it, right? Like even if you don't want to like Taylor, you be in the car.
And you know, but you know who else did that from an urban Mary J, right?
Yes, you can feel her pain.
You feel like you're right there in the room with Mary when she's going through her issues. So.
Oh my God.
I think that's how it
Never
connects.
mind.
It draws a connection in with the fans, and you know when they can relate, and you guys relate it back, you know, to your own lives and your own perspective. So let's fast forward to FanMail. What happened with Lisa when FanMail came out? If you could share a little bit of that.
Y'all know I love my Lisa.
Yes, we do.
But she was tripping. Child, she was tripping. We never had a problem with her going solo. Is when she decided to go solo and how. Now, when you have a contractual obligation with the label, they ain't trying to hear nothing. Or you gonna have to give all that money back. Your album gonna come out all willy-nilly, how they want it and not how you want it. It's just gonna be a mess. So she decided she wanted to be Nina. No, well, who's that? You know, because I named all your people. I don't know Nina, you know, because she's a Gemini, so I named all her people, child. And I'm like, I ain't met that one yet, so. So she was like, shit, you know, I'm going should. Night. My God. So I'm sitting here like, what in the hell is going on? So this particular time, so you know that song Silly Ho, so I put this in the book me. See, I got more books I could write. You know how Vicky got on that song, right? Y'all know Silly Ho? I ain't never been no silly ho. Alright. So you know you can't get with this. She didn't show up. I was like, well, this album's still getting done. And the computer gonna rap your part. So that's how Vicky was created. But Vicky ended up being a character on the FanMail tour, and we made her into something. But this album was getting done.
Siri back in the day.
So this album was getting done. I was like, with or without you, this is going to happen. Because what I'm not going to do is lose my money and give nothing back that I don't have at the time. You know, that's when we was around about bankrupt.
You know what was interesting too was the photo shoots.
Okay, so this is when it came out. Yeah, we were on a photo shoot, and this is really when she lost her mind. So she had this guy, and you know you have that friend, and you can see that this guy's an opportunist, and he's no good for you, but the girl is so in love, she's not listening. She was going through that. And I was like, okay, you're my sister, I love you, but we're going to try to work this out. But I think this guy reminded her of her father, so whatever he said would just be the end-all, be-all. And I couldn't stand him. So he told her, it's about you. You need to go and do, you know, your solo now. F them. Oh, okay then. All right. That's cool. But she really like, we on the photo shoot, hairstylist, makeup, photographer, the face painting for the building, Shanti, everybody. She just get up out the middle of the photo shoot and walk out in front of the writer and everything.
We were all like,
what the fuck?
what are we
So,
doing?
who was kids in here? Don't, that was a bad word. If it is, because I can't see good. Okay, whatever. So anyway, so we had to say something because the writer's like, so what's the beef? You know, so I'm like, so we was like, hey, we've been having problems. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't lie at that point. Ain't no more covering it up. You know what I'm saying? She wants to go solo right now in the middle of the FanMail album. Like, and it's just the wrong time. And then ain't no jealousy here. I like have always supported everything she wants. And if anybody knows me, I want somebody to fly next to me. I don't want no sucker-free Sunday heifer next to me. That's why ain't nobody getting in TLC ever gonna replace her because you ain't put in on this. So if anybody knows me, I want you to be great because that it's a reflection on me too.
And Lisa was, you know, so brilliant. Like I can remember being on conference calls and her ideas and input, you know, with the videos. Like she was such a visionary as well. Like,
Yeah, too much sometimes. Remember that real life special video? We sit in the conference room. Okay, so what we gonna have is lion tigers and bears in the middle of the day. And this is all she doing. And me and Andre gonna be in the bed and then the bed is gonna start burning in the middle of fire. And then it's gonna be reminiscent of me burning down the house. Chili always get frustrated and leave, and I'm still like, super free, I'm there. Well, no, Lisa, see, maybe, you know. So I just got mad after 2 hours of arguing with her. Ain't no fireplaces, no matches, no nothing, you know. And then she gonna look at me and go, well, shit, I knew that 2 hours ago. I just want to see what she was gonna say. So that was my Lisa, okay?
oh God, I miss her. Oh, that red light.
That argument was.
When
she said the lion, tigers, and bears in the middle of daisies, I was like, what is, like you have always been on point, what is going on? Like, did you get too much smoke in the fire that night? Like, I didn't understand, like, what's going on? But, woo, sometimes you have to reel it back in, you know.
She was fun though.
Absolutely.
On a serious note, I remember you said you had a premonition.
Yeah.
Right before can you share with us right before she passed away what that premonition was?
Mm-hmm. I am not like no psychic. I don't be having all that hooky-pooky stuff and everything, so I'm scared because I watch too scary movies. I love scary movies, but that's why I'm scared of the dark. Don't judge me, y'all. And I don't have no actual eyes in my house because I'll be like,
You won't watch scary movies the whole day. Like,
I just watched one this morning and last night. And y'all, that new show, The Exorcist, is scary as all get out, but it's so good. And I'll be scared. I mess up myself because I was like, Mom, you hear that? And she's like, stop watching goddamn. Like before I came here, I was like, Mom, you heard that? And then Chance was like, Mom. I'm like, shut up, boy. You know, child.
Gotta love it, gotta love it. Okay, back to the premonition.
Okay, so I had a premonition. I had this Porsche, right? And me and my security was in it. I think I still was kind of paranoid because I was in the hospital for 4 months right before Lisa died. And I was real sickly, real skinny, and they had me on so much medication they gave me a chemical imbalance where it just made me nervous all the time, right? So I am not scary. I was scared to come outside. I always felt like something was going to happen to me. So my cousin Marty, that's her nephew who passed away, who got shot. My cousin, she's like my sister, and she's Chase's godmommy, so we're like this. So Marty's birthday is the 25th, and we always celebrate her birthday, then my birthday, so we're going to Stony River, and then I tell my security, I was like, Dave, you gotta go all the way back home, dog. And he was like, why? I was like, because I'm getting a wreck. I feel like something's gonna happen. He's like, you've been tripping late? No. I feel like if I get in a wreck, then if I'm in my Hummer, it's like a tank and it won't kill me. But they'll probably smash this Porsche up. And I made him drive an hour and some, like it was traffic, like an hour and a half or something. We was late to the gym just to go all the way back. and switched my car because you couldn't tell me that I wasn't getting in a wreck, but that was exactly the moment that she had died. Crazy, right?
It is.
Crazy. So, don't know. We was connected in a strange way. Don't know what that meant, but it's just weird that I would feel it was me, but it was so strong that, I mean, everybody stopped what they were doing. I was like, I don't care if I'm late, we gotta go back and get the Hummer because I just feel like I'm gonna get in a wreck. And I never think like that.
Sister, wow.
Yeah.
Has she ever come to you in one of your dreams or anything?
No, but people tell me stuff that she has messages for me and it's stuff that they don't know. So that's kind of like confusing me because I really don't understand all of that stuff and I'm not one to talk to psychics, but I'm not scary either, but I'm not going to no person. And trust me, when I did the medium thing, y'all don't be into that, but I did the show. I just was interested in what he had to say, but they pissed me off because they didn't show what he really told me. He really told me some stuff, but they only did it, the crap that everybody already knows for ratings, and that was whack, because it made him look fake. So I told E on the interview, y'all jacked your show up because you made him look fake. And I'm just keeping it real, like that was whack. Because the show was supposed to come out the season before that, and they chopped it up and put everybody together because they was like, oh, we got Chloe and Kylie now, and we got this person and that person, Lil' Kim, so they put everybody together. When they should have just kept it the whole thing, because he told me stuff that there's no way he could have known. Like where my grandma had cancer, she had a message, her and her sister, who my mom's aunt was so close to her, like a second mom, she sent a message to my mom. It was like deep stuff. And it's not the first person, like 3 people have stopped me and told me stuff that there's no way they should know.
Wow.
At all.
And you know, I mean, I don't know. I know Lisa was, because at the time when she did finally get her solo deal, that's when LaFace had closed. And it was probably 2001, maybe.
So you told her coming?
Yeah, and I was working at Arista, and she was doing her solo deal there. And I'll never forget, she came in my office, and because I was going to do marketing for that album as well. And she was like, I'm telling y'all, if the album doesn't come out on this date, I'm gonna die. And I was like, girl, and she broke it down, and we found, you know, we had a serious conversation. She was like, no, I'm telling you, and she went through it, and I was like, you know, we were fighting to try to make sure that we could push things through, and just, you know, when I got that phone call, I know.
Tupac used to say the same thing, and when he died, he was like, I know I'm gonna die young. And he used to tell me, he was like, that's why I go to the studio every night, no matter what, how tired I am, because he said, I know I'm not gonna be here, I'm gonna die. And I used to look at him and go, why you say that? He was like, I know that's my fate, but I'm gonna live on forever. And I was like, damn, like, what do you say to that?
Exactly.
You know,
well,
so.
We're grateful for Left Eye. Y'all give it up for Left Eye. So now, you know, because you talked about, you know, how you were a hustler, and a hustler in a good way, right? We think hustler in terms of being able to take care of yourself and your family, finding new opportunities. I swear every time, you know, we try to catch up, you know, and have an hour-long conversation at least twice a month, and you tell me all these new business ventures you're doing and amazing ideas. I don't even know where you get all this energy and creative juices from, but what was it like being on The Apprentice? Like, what was that? I mean, I know there are a couple other things we'll talk about. We're just gonna kind of keep it to the...
I didn't like him. I did not like him. And I didn't watch the presidential election crap because I didn't like him back then. So I was like, I already know. But
was he a part of it? Well, what was the experience like with the other people on the show? Like, did you?
I would never ever do that show ever again. I wanted to choke myself on a daily basis, hourly probably.
Did you talk about that in the book?
A little bit, but not how I really wanted to.
Right.
First of all, I'm not a chick type girl. Like, I hang with guys. I don't like cackling women and all that.
Yeah,
like, I'll comb my hair and do my nails, but I don't like all that girly stuff. Like, oh my God, did you see her thighs? Like, well, she got a man, you don't, so her thighs must be alright. Because they be killing me. Like, you sit up here down with this girl and your ass ain't got nobody.
But
okay?
you know what? And I can say this much. I think, the trolls on the internet, unfortunately, they speak from a place of pain. There's something going on in their life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why they always do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it's just like, but you know, and then everybody and my friends can attest to this, can't you? If you want to know me, call me, because I will tell you, yes, girl, he don't love you. He's cheating. It's not going to work. He's going to beat your ass again. I'm that friend. So don't call me unless you want the truth. I'm going to hurt your feelings. Like, bitch, we were talking about this 2 years ago. You should have, you know, like, don't call me. Like, if you going to complain, do something about it, because if we 2 years and you still doing the same thing, you know you call me.
was that kind of, was it a lot of chatty Cathy's on the show?
Yes.
We won't mention any names, but just the experience.
Oh, I wanted to beat Annie Duke down. Like, yo, she would snap her fingers and point like, woo. Now, okay, so I had 103 or 4 attempts. Like, I was sick, but I still, you know me, going to work. She kept trying patience, and they thought I was quiet. I'm quiet because I'm sick. But as soon as I got better, I let her know. Off the cameras.
Hello.
Okay. Get the delivery slips. Oh, they're going to shoot you in the puke attack. So I was like, no, ma'am. So I had to woos out. My mom's like, you're there for the sick children. She always reels me back in and makes me feel like, all right. So I sat there every day. Mom, ain't nobody trying to hear I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Like, I can't even imagine, but just to answer that, I hope that helped a little bit. So, you hear me talk about the SCDAA. I'm gonna tell this part, because she pissed me off. Okay, so y'all heard me say that they don't help me. Did y'all ever see them help me? Did y'all ever see me going around with their name on my stuff at T-Boz and Club? Alright, this heifer called me and cussed me out. And you seen that tired tweet that she put out? If anybody wanna call me, you know. Girl, please, shut up. Like, the proof is in the pudding. What I did is I called you out because you tried to take my money that I raised and you don't help me. So I'm telling, because I'm tired of this. We're supposed to all be in this for the same thing, to help find a cure, to raise awareness and save lives. And you're not doing your job. The first thing in business, if you have a celebrity who is the biggest girl selling group of all time and have sold over 85 million albums, why would you not utilize me and I actually have the position? That's the first order of business. You in marketing and anybody will tell you that. And I'm not like big up on myself, but why would you not? Because people can relate because I'm on a platform. I have access to press. I have a mouthpiece. How did my cousin's story get out? Because I tweeted one tweet. Like, come on, man. Like, so she called and cussed me out and said, now this is funny. She was trying to do the Pebbles thing and say I was doing slander. And she was trying to say slander. She was like, this is blasphemy. I'm like, oh, you Jesus. She was so mad at me. She couldn't even get her words out. This is blasphemy. I was like, that's when you blaspheme God? And she was like, and you gonna hear from my lawyers. Girl, please, ain't nobody scared of your lawyers because I have the right to say who I don't want to work with and who I don't like. And I don't like you, you're not doing your job. So, I'm gonna start speaking up because she's not helping me help others. And she's running the national region. They just got $11 million. Where is it? See what I'm saying? Pisses me off. And the fact that she gonna call to sue me, and I didn't even say your name, so hit dog or holler, because I know some other people who was hollering too, and I ain't say their name either, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
Okay, next question.
Oh, situation. We're gonna go to this young lady over here with the red hair.
Hey, my name is Ge.Holla, I'm the CFO of Bold Lips for Sickle Cell.
Oh, hey!
Hey, I just want to thank you for posting us on your Instagram.
Oh, absolutely.
You speaking to the SCBA situation, we actually, because of you speaking up, we actually had a town hall.
Awesome. So what happened?
She denied a lot of the stuff, but there are a lot of people in the community who are concerned about where exactly the money is going, and because we're not feeling it in the sickle cell community. So I wanted to ask you, what are your advocacy efforts besides working with the SCBA, since you're not doing that anymore? But what about small grassroots organizations that are trying to reach out to you to use your platform to help bring more awareness to sickle cell disease? Are you willing to work with other organizations?
I do work with others, but the thing is I'm only one person, and I actually get sick myself. So like, I can't fly everywhere all the time, but I don't ever have a problem helping. Like I speak at churches, boys and girls home. I go to hospital. People don't know I go to the hospital every Christmas and give kids gifts who can't go home for Christmas. I'm always in a ward, but I don't share that because it's my business. But I do this for real. That's why it pisses me off, because I am somebody who has it and I want to live too, and I have kids. They stopped the research at 40. What about me? The grandmas are the matriarch of the family. I want to be a grandma. I want to be the one holding my family down, giving the grandma remedies and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the grandmas are the people who hold the family together. So you just saying people 40 and over were screwed? Like, what about us? I have a 2-year-old. I don't care. People are having babies at 50 now. Janet looking like, who did it a while? Boom, boom, boom. She snapped back quick. You know what I'm saying? So people are out here doing it and doing it well. So my thing is we're not too messed up and we still want to live too. I do love that they can heal babies in the womb and stem cell transplants, but a lot go into it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, that's why I started T-Boz Unplugged.
That's what I was gonna say. Tell me about what you've been doing, and maybe you
Do you know about
guys
it?
can partner. Maybe you can partner on something.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make it grow. And anybody who wants to come and join in anything I'm doing, I just want the word to get out however it can get out. And this is not something that I have to do. Because people be looking like, you, no. See, I don't have to do anything. I choose to because I want to. And I do it because I'm not speaking from something I saw. I was the one fighting for my life too. So I live this. You know what I'm saying? This fight is real for me, deeper than most know. So at the end of the day, other people got on my Twitter page and told me that, you know, her bylaws that she talk about, and if you're in a certain territory that they have to get a percentage of the money, is that not trying to take the money?
Yes.
So, okay, did I word it wrong for you? Because at the end of the day, you tell me when you seen her help me. And then this hoe gonna say, I don't even know you. Well, how you call my cell? All the times that we talked, and everything that she said she wanted to do with me never came through. Then when I did T-Boz Unplugged and wouldn't let them, I said, no, whatever territory I stand in is mine. Whoever I choose to give the money to will get it all, because you didn't help me. You ain't getting none of this. I don't owe you nothing. Yes. So for her to sit there and lie, when there's a bigger picture and you the president, I'm going to say it again. I ain't working with the SCDAA until Sonia Banks is out of office. Y'all can see that all around America. Now I said your name.
Hi. Last question.
I met you last year in Tallahassee at the Crescent Moon Gala. I was working on my doctorate at the time, and I'm proud to say I'm Dr. Tamia Austin now. I conducted my research on sickle cell trait literacy and have crafted this movement called Trait Warrior, because as you know, people with trait may people with disease or vice versa. But I am finding that there's a huge disconnect and a whole lot of misinformation, even within the sickle cell community. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts, and if you don't mind sharing, have you experienced trait with your children?
Oh yeah, my daughter has a trait, but she's well aware. But see, I'm the mom that's gonna make sure you know Michael Jackson and everything that doesn't even matter too. Like, I'm gonna tell my kids everything that I can to educate her, because this is her life, and this will be her child's life. When I got pregnant with Chase, I tested my husband for everything under the sun, because I have sickle thal, which is sickle cell SC mixed with beta thalassemia and arthritis. So one of my parents had beta thalassemia, and then one had the trait, and in combination they gave me something special. So at the end of the day, that's why I preach so hard about being your own advocate, because what works for one doesn't work for the next, because genetically we're all different. You know what I'm saying? So things that work for my cousin Donnie did not work for me, and vice versa. So you have to learn your body. I have a thing that I started writing in, like stuff that I seen weird with my body and stuff like that.
You journal?
Yeah, because things change every 7 years for all of us. I don't know if y'all know that, but 1 minute you can be eating something and then 7 years later you're allergic to it. Like, everybody changes, you know? So, especially, and I talk to kids especially and people from the inside out, because if you already have an element, like, if you're healthy, stress can kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? So if you have cancer, all this other stuff, sickle cell, and you get beat up at home or you stressed out, like, you gotta get rid of the things you can. Because that will kill you quicker than anything. Get rid of what you can, control what you can. What you can't control, then you can't. But what you can, clean it up. Because that's going to make a difference in your life. Man, when I had that brain tumor, the doctor said if you don't get rid of everything, you're going to die. Bye to the world. Bye TLC. Bye store. I got rid of everything in my life. And I started over. I got rid of big houses, big cars, everything. I was like, I ain't about to worry about nothing. I would start from ground zero and be cool because I'm living.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you have to run your body, be your own advocate. If the doctor doesn't have good bedside manners, find one. It took me 28 years to find my doctor. Kept trying until I found the one who cared about me. Yeah, until the one who cared about me as a person in my life and saving me. So,
this is the doctor that was just in the
Dr.
last-
Bronstein.
So, funny story.
What?
So I've seen him before, but I don't really know him. So you were in there in the dressing room getting dressed, and I said, wait, he said, go ahead. He just passed me by like, girl,